go.
You guys ate all the other stuff that you could reach.
That's why they come over here.
Yeah.
Like those gullible humans will give us the branches. We are on our way out of Grants now. Stayed here for 2 days. Ate a lot of good food like always. Got rested up. I think everybody's feeling pretty good now. And now we have our longest section so far. Over 100 miles to Cuba. Now we have a 5-mile road walk and then a 2,000-foot climb with some very heavy backpacks.
I think the horsies want to come with us. Look at them. They're like, let me go.
You guys want to come with us and carry us and our stuff?
You could just carry my stuff.
Yeah, that'd be good enough. We are finally off the roads. Basically the entire section from Pie Town to Grants was road walking, and we just left the highway and now we are finally on a trail, and it feels amazing. So grateful to just be walking on a trail again, even though it's raining.
There's a bell!
The dogs have been upgraded. Now they have sacks. Echo's just holding on to that one.
I think your foot's in there.
So, obviously this project is called Mind, Body, and Soul, and so far we haven't really spent a lot of time talking about that stuff. We're over a month into the hike already, and we've been totally preoccupied with just doing the hike. It's been hard. There has been a lot of painful adjusting to do by Amy and the dogs, and a lot of adjusting for me to do, adapting to this new pace that I'm not really used to. But now that we're starting to get into it, and we've been out here for a while, there's been enough time and enough stuff that has happened to kind of reflect back on. Kind of the main reason for us doing this hike in the first place is for Amy. This is her idea. The main reason is for her to come out here and heal from just a really traumatic childhood and early adult years. She went through a lot in her life, and it has left a ton of emotional baggage, a lot of mental scars that have kind of manifested into a lot of toxic habits that she is trying to get rid of. And thinking back to when we first started the hike compared to now, over a month later, I have seen quite a bit of change in her. When we first started, she wasn't really engaged in the process at all. She was just kind of sitting back and letting the hike or the trail happen to her. She felt very heavy, if that makes sense. It's been a long, painful process, but over the month that we've been out here, I've kind of been seeing some of that weight fall off her shoulders. Lately, she feels lighter. She's quicker to laugh, quicker to make jokes, slower to anger. She's much more engaged in the hike now. She's kind of taking it on as her own thing, which is what it takes to really reap the benefits of doing a through hike. You have to make it your own, and you have to be out here for your own reasons. I see her starting to take this on as her own thing and kind of making it her own thing, and that's exciting. There's still a long way to go, both physically, as in miles, and kind of metaphorically, as in the mental and spiritual aspects of this journey. Both of us still have a long way to go on those things. But I see the process starting to happen. The summit of Mount Taylor is up there somewhere. We still have about 1,400 feet of elevation to gain before we get up there.
We're gonna be taking an alternate so we can summit a mountain. Because there are mountains in New Mexico.
That's the first snow we've seen on trail. So we just have a huge switchback left to go, and then we're up there. This is by far the biggest climb that we've had in one day on this hike so far. Alright, bottle of Fireball up here. That tastes so good right now. How you feeling?
Dizzy.
Yeah, when was the last time we were at 11,000 feet?
Did you get that?
That was a nice flip, Echo.
You guys lost now? Do you guys see that? It's grass. I miss grass a lot.
So this is what our water looks like. But then it runs through the filter. Comes out looking like that. It's pretty good. Just this morning we were camped way up there, where you can see those radio towers. We were next to those. So we're starting to cover some ground, especially because we're walking on roads all the time. A lot of it is pretty remote dirt roads, so it's not that bad. But it's just, you just don't feel like you're in the wilderness when you're walking on a road. Now that Amy's feet are basically healed, she's walking faster than I am a lot of the time. The dogs are doing better. Everybody's body seems to be in better shape, and now we're starting to reach into those 20-mile days. This is the kind of pace that we're going to have to sustain if we're going to make it to Canada. So it's kind of a relief that we're starting to find our rhythm, I think, and that we're starting to get the miles in that we need to. Echo likes to stop and smell the flowers. Or eat them. starting to adapt to this lifestyle in general. Not just the miles that we have to hike every day, but waking up with the sun, hiking all day, going to bed with the sun, and just kind of falling into this more natural rhythm. And I think this is when the hike is going to start to feel a little bit more effortless. It's not going to be such a struggle to hike every day. It's never going to be easy. We're always going to be tired and sore, but that's normal. I think the mental strain that we've been experiencing pretty much up until recently, I think that's going to start to diminish, and the hiking itself is just going to happen more naturally. And I'm looking forward to that. It means we're all going to be in a better mood, and we're going to start enjoying the hike a little more too. We are back in the open desert again. A lot of sun and a lot of wind. But now we've got a long water carry, about 14 miles. But at least we're on trail. It's a good trail, it's well marked, easy to follow, and the scenery is awesome out here. This is some really interesting stuff compared to what we've been seeing. The desert is throwing everything it has at us today. Ever since we came out into this open area, it's been just like relentless high winds. If you do find some shelter where there is no wind, then it's really hot. Now, while we were taking our lunch break, it started raining, and it's cold rain. What happened?
I'm stuck.
You can get through. Don't rip anything. Oh, you made it. I keep getting stuff stuck in my eyes and in my teeth. This is the one time I wish I had sunglasses or like snowboard goggles or something. We didn't estimate the right amount of water to carry for this 14-mile dry stretch. Everybody's thirsty. We've been pushing hard to get to this water cache, and we've got about 4 miles to go. We have 1.5 miles to go, and we just drank the last of our water. We are really counting on this water cache being full. From what we can tell, it's pretty reliable. That's a lot of water. And they're full.
I just want an answer naked and
Did you just say words?
yeah.
Minnow is getting her daily foot treatments. Today it's just dry, cracked pads that she's getting covered up. She also gets her eye boogies cleaned for her. What do you think, Echo? Last time we saw one of these markers made in rocks, it said 100. About 600 miles already. What do you think?
Nothing.
Amy's in a bad mood this morning. It's been kind of a whirlwind of emotions these past few days, especially today. Amy and I are kind of on the verge of breaking up a couple times during this section. I won't go into the details, but she has said that she's growing less attracted to me, and I've said that I'm growing less confident that we can work through some of this stuff. It's a hard thing to do a through hike with your significant other. I mean, we've been together for over a year, but I think we still have a lot to work on together, and our communication skills could probably still use some work. When you're spending 24/7 with this person, there's going to be conflicts. So we'll see where it goes from here. Seem to be getting along better, so that's good news. Hopefully this one lasts for a little bit. That might also have something to do with the fact that we're getting into town today. So everybody's in a good mood. And we're gonna stay in a hotel, we're gonna sleep in a bed, we're gonna get a shower and eat some good food, and we're not gonna hike. This is our longest section yet. Longest section that we've completed by far. About 110 miles, so that's pretty good. And this is Amy's longest backpacking section ever. I think before this, the longest she's ever done was about 80 miles. So I'm proud of her and the dogs. The hiking itself is getting easier, so that's a relief, because we've got a lot more 100-mile sections coming up. But we don't have to think about that now. All that matters is that we're getting into town today.